Good morning. I would like to welcome you to this weekly devotional from Dora Church of Christ. We're in a little closer quarters this morning, uh, considering the rolling blackouts and several other things, and trying to be at home. Uh, so we're just in a little closer quarters and trying to stay warm this morning. I hope that you found a place that you can at least have some warmth of some kind. This week, as we look at this devotional, we as children of God have, uh, for lack of better words, great responsibilities. But I want us to take a reading out of John, the ninth chapter, and I want us to this week look at this idea of light and darkness and who we are as children of God. In chapter 9, verse 1, it says, as he passed by, he saw a blind man, or man blind from birth, and his disciples asked him, Rabbi, who has sinned, this man or his parents, that he was born blind? And Jesus answered, it is not that this man sinned or his parents, but that the work of God might be displayed in him. We must work the works of him who sent me while it is day. Night is coming when no one can work. As long as I am in the world, and I am the light of the world. Having said these things, he spat upon the ground and he made mud with his saliva. He anointed the man's eyes with mud, and he said to him, go wash in the pool of Siloam, which means sent. And so he went and he washed and he came back seeing. I want us to think about this idea that uh, there are several things here, but I want us to think about this light and the darkness. What is it that brings light? And it's this idea of looking at this man. He was blind. Um, he was physically blind. He could not see, and yet there was no cure for him. There was nothing that could be done. There was nothing that was possible for him to have this sight except that it be through a miracle of Christ. And when he found this, he had sight. He was brought into a light. He was able to see, his ability to know that what was before him. It's important that we realize that he was obeying Christ through faith, and through these things he was physically able to see. But it is very parallel to this idea of Jesus coming, he says, so that they might have light. That he was able to see, that he was able to have that which he wanted. He said, we must work the works in him who sent me. While it is day, night is coming. He uses this word we. He's talking about he and his disciples. And yet, as disciples of Christ, we must realize that he is talking about us also. I want us to go to Matthew 5 for a minute, verse 14. And he says, you are the light of the world. A city set on the hill cannot be hidden, nor do people light a lamp and put it under a bushel, but on a stand. And it gives light to all the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. He's saying, we need to be doing this. We need to do this now while we still have time, for the darkness will come. In other words, the opportunities pass. Opportunities are very limited at times for us to be able to shed the light of Christ to others, to share this light. It's the same way we cannot come to a light of understanding right and wrong and knowing that there is an eternity in Christ unless someone is to bring it to us, unless it is able to shine before other people. And so often we miss this point. We have this idea, just as many people living their lives in sin. Oh, I have a long time. He said the time is short. The opportunity passes, whether it be by death or just by the situation of not coming in contact with that person again. Knowing that there is an availability to give others that which you have, the sight. not physical sight, but a spiritual sight. That which is open to the light, that which sheds light on the darkness, that which gives opportunity to the forgiveness of sin. Just as the time was short for Christ to be on this earth and even his disciples, for each one of us as a child of God, our life is limited. We don't know what time exists for us, nor do we understand what time exists for that person who's living in sin. The idea of shedding the light while there is still yet time, giving light to others. I want us to think in that realm of what our life is like, that we are the light of this world. We are the ones who are able to tell others about Christ, to show them the words of God, to help them understand that there is light in this world. You see, so many are living without this light. They're living in a situation where they are hopelessly lost. And maybe they realize this lostness and don't know where to find anything more than what they have. It's up to us to bring forth this light, to show the light of Christ in our lives, to live that life where we expose others to who Christ is. I hope that you will consider this thought as we go through this week, that we might offer to others that hope which is available, that we might show them who this Christ is, that they might know. Thank you for being here with us this morning, and may God bless each one of you.